What road-blocking habits are keeping you from your entrepreneurial dream? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome. Okay, here's the question. Serious? How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph? Come on. Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up. What is up? What is up? What the heck is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your ongoing dose of road-blocking habits learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman. That's not important. What's infinitely more important is who you are. You, my friend, are a driven entrepreneur, or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, and just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with another solo success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, your business game, your professional game, your relationship game, because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. Now, as always, before we kick this off, I know you're getting value from this podcast, right? I feel you nodding your head. Like, well, maybe not every time, Tracy, but most of the time. Well, if you are getting that value, the way you can tell those podcast platforms out there that you are getting that value is by going down there, hitting that subscribe button, dropping us a 5-star rating, leave us some kind words in the reviews. Heck, ask a question in the reviews. I review the reviews. I read every single one of those reviews. It's those subscribes, ratings, and reviews that tell those podcast platforms out there that you are getting that value. So they lift us up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven dark horse entrepreneurs just like yourself. So please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. All right, so take a moment and picture this. It's 5 a.m. The alarm just went off. You bounce out of bed. Maybe you jump right into your morning routine of getting in a good workout, getting in that refreshing shower, getting yourself ready for the day where you're going to take the next step towards being that champion, right, of your craft. You're going to dominate your industry and you're going to have the massive success that comes from all the work that you're putting in by getting up early and grinding away. And you want to achieve it all, right? You want to have all the material trappings and be able to give all the value to those that you aspire to serve. However, there's a problem. It seems like every time you come up with an idea, there's that little guy sitting on your shoulder. Maybe it's a girl, who knows, right? That little person sitting on your shoulder. Or it's deep inside of you, right? It's in the back of your brain, maybe at the base of your skull, and it's whispering to you, right? It says, "You're not worthy. You can't do it. Who are you to try and teach these people out there that are doing the things that you are just dreaming of?" So you put it off, right? Maybe you cower in fear. You sit there in front of a blank screen with that cursor blinking and cursing at you. A cursing cursor. How about that, right? And maybe you blame others for the things that are going on. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, my Dark Horse friends and family, you need to check yourself. Deep inside, you have some destructive roadblocks, some destructive habits that are keeping you from getting up off your butt and pursuing the very goals that make you smile, that every time you think about them, your shoulders go back, your heart beats faster. You're like, yeah, that's me. I'm going after it. So let's take on a few of those and see what we can do about them, shall we? The first one, as I already mentioned, is that little voice on your shoulder in the back of your head. Let's call it self-doubt, right? And it truly is probably one of the worst habits you can develop is that self-doubt, that tendency to distrust you, right? I get it. There's people out there that you distrust because they've done things, right? But you should be able to trust you. It's not that you hate yourself or you don't like your capabilities. It's just that there's those questions that you keep asking, the judgments that you keep giving of yourself and the things that you do or that you don't do, right? Usually it happens like whenever you're about ready to go give a talk. Maybe it's a Zoom call. You're going to go live on Facebook, or you're about ready to launch a business, or you have to have that tough conversation with somebody, right? A loved one, an employee, a superior, a boss maybe, right? Something, that little voice that inside of you, right, makes the hairs that just kind of twitch around. Then they say, you can't do it. And you listen to them, right? You tend to believe them. You take your ideas and your passions and you tuck them underneath that self-doubt. That, my friend, is your biggest enemy. And if you don't counter that enemy and face them head on in whatever form or fashion that you're comfortable facing them, they will hold you back from ever reaching any level of achievement. It'll keep you from planting that flag on top of the mountain, achieving the maximum, any potential, right, that you may have. Forget the maximum potential. It will literally keep you, that's good speaking. It will literally keep you from achieving any of the potential, from succeeding in your life, your business, your career, a relationship, anything. And, it's going to be, I want to drop something simple on here, but it almost seems, maybe I'm doubting myself. I don't know, right? Every time you hear that voice chiming in saying, you can't do it, you know what you need to do? Heck, bring a mirror with you. Use your phone, turn on the camera so it's facing you, and look yourself dead in the eye and says, no, I can do it. I can make this happen. I'm going to get this shit done. Do not ignore the voice, right? Because it will just get louder. I would recommend talking back to it. So go into the bathroom and get in that mirror and look yourself in the eye. Like I said, use that phone. Have some sort of response ready to go when that voice tells you, you can't do it. Because you know what? You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to prove that damn little voice that it's wrong. Now, one of the things I do see others doing, and I don't want you to fall into this trap, is blaming others for your failure. It's an awful, awful habit to get into, and it has a spiral of consequences that come up when you blame others for your failures. I mean, you could be out there blaming your competitors, blaming your spouse, blaming your mother, your brother, your sister, your neighbor who has nothing to do with it. You could be blaming all the other people, your competition, that are out there doing the same thing you do. That's why you failed. What might be the true reason for your failure? Here's the question. Is that the real reason for your failure? No. Generally, there is a very specific reason why you may have failed. And as you know, I'm going to stop using that word. It's really not failure. It's feedback. If you're out there and you're getting up and you're grinding away every single day, like we mentioned at the beginning of this episode, right? You get up, you jump out of bed, you go through your morning routine, and then you start grinding, but nothing's happening. Well, then you're getting feedback, right? Maybe you're not targeting your customers well enough. Maybe your offer isn't quite dialed in, right? And maybe your marketing doesn't appeal to the right target. So you've got to tweak those pieces, look at each step in the chain and say, all right, they're getting through the first step. They're coming in the door, right? But then they're not buying. Okay, that means you've targeted the right people, but your offer isn't quite dialed in. Then when they start to buy, right, then they'll start giving you feedback about the product. So then you'll know whether the product is inferior or not, right? So you got to keep tweaking the pieces of the chain. Stop blaming everyone else for the results that you're getting that you don't like. I think the key here is coming back to, pick up that phone and look at yourself, go into that bathroom, stare in that mirror, and be critical of the things that you are doing. It's really easy to point the finger at everyone out there in the world and say, you did this and you did that and you're the reason. No. Take the real challenge, the higher road challenge, and point that finger at yourself and say, how can I do this better? What am I learning from the actions I've taken and the results I've gotten? Now you can try and build a habit out of that will help you succeed. Oh, and this next one, my goodness, I get caught on this every once in a while. Multitasking. If you think about it, you really can't multitask. You can only do one thing at a time, right? Now, okay, maybe you can eat your lunch while checking social media. Maybe your laptop's open and there's a project you're working on there. And then suddenly you get that little notification and that little pop-up on your screen. Oh, you just got an email from a prospect. So you read the message and you reply to them. Then you get back to the other task. Here's the thing. By doing all those things at once, right, you're really stretching yourself in your attention in so many ways and stretching it so thin that you're really not giving any one thing your undivided attention, your true creative possibilities. That is, there in itself is the real problem with multitasking. Your productivity level drops significantly, 40 to 50% easily when you focus on multiple items within the same period of time. Your intelligence quotient, your IQ decreases by, 15 points or something like that when you multitask, according to a study I read in, I think it was Harvard Review some time ago. See, this multitasking process really consumes more of your time and it's more stressful. Because if you think about it, in the back of your head, as you're doing all these things, or you think you're doing all these things, there's a part of you saying, dude, you're not getting that done. Dude, you're not getting that done either. You think you're working on it. It's like that little voice in your head is telling you, dude, you're not getting it done. In that case, they're actually being correct. You're not getting it done. You need to cut this unproductive, destructive habit and roadblock. How do I do that? Well, here's the thing. I'm a big fan of time blocking. So let's get back. You bounce up out of bed. You go through your morning routine and you sit down. What are you going to do first? That one thing. All right, I'm going to catch up on my social media for a half hour, 15, 20 minutes, a half hour, whatever it is. Cool. There it is. Now, turn off your social media notifications. Okay? And then I'm going to do this for X period of time. Now you're focused on that. And then I'm going to work on that for X period of time. And then I'm working on that for X period of time. That's fine. And if you end up working on, one of those items longer than the period of time, well, at least you're being focused on that. Your productivity goes way up. Your intelligence quotient is way up. Your creativity is way up, all as a result of focusing on that one thing. And then, deadlines are big. I'm about goals and setting those deadlines. So set a deadline for yourself and then stick to it. All of this will give you that discipline to concentrate on that project, on that task that you're trying to get done, rather than having to divert your attention amongst all those different things. You know what? Social media will be there when you get back. That email from that prospect, it will be there a half hour from now, okay, or 15 minutes from now. All right, let me drop a couple more on you before I let you go today. Another one I keep seeing folks do is asking for permission. And let's not get this twisted. I'm not talking about soliciting feedback. Feedback, as you know, is very important on the way to your dreams. But you have to use it properly. I see so many, instead of asking for feedback, they're asking for permission. See, here's the thing. Feedback is going to be slight deviations to the aspects of your dream, while asking for permission can totally shut it down. Just close the door on it. There it is. Done. Right? I think really it comes from others wanting folks to get on board, to understand their dream, to get it, right? And they go, oh my gosh, you're right. That dream is so amazing. Yeah. Not everyone's going to get you. Not everyone's going to understand your dream. And as a result of that, you won't get that permission. That's going to be discouraging, and it's going to shut down and potentially close the door on your dream. Your dream is so unique to you that many will not, and perhaps they shouldn't even understand it. And here's the thing. If you don't have confidence in your dream, you'll be hard pressed to be able to instill confidence in others in that dream. Stop asking for permission to chase your dream. Get out there and get after that sucker, right? Now, on the flip side, I don't want you to be the lone wolf, right? Now, you'll have to get started on your own a lot of times, but you can't do it all on your own. Well, you can. Don't get me wrong. I believe you can. I've seen folks that do it, and there have been times I've done that myself. It's a lot harder, right? Just because your dreams are your own, and maybe not everyone does understand it. Sometimes, I don't want you to get the illusion that you should go it all on your own, right? You're going to need others and their expertise to help you along your journey, to help speed up your journey, to help jump hurdles, to dig tunnels under obstacles, to go around through, but break through some of the barriers. Connections and support are the things that you need to build when chasing that dream. So instead of running entirely on your own, maybe you make it a relay race, right? You build mutually beneficial relationships. Think of the people that you can help that can help you. What value can you bring to them in exchange for their expertise that will help you along your way? Maybe it's just tapping their knowledge so that you can, accomplish a task. Maybe it's having them do the task for you, see? And then again, this is you bringing the value first. Right? This value, bringing this value consistently in relationships is going to help you achieve your dreams. It's like Zig Ziglar says, right? You help enough other people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. Look, at the end of the day, we all want to be leaders in our industry, right? We want to hold that championship belt over our heads as the announcer goes, and then this corner, the winner is, right? Everyone's going, and the cameras are flashing and everything's going on. You want to be the leader in your industry. To do that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to be replacing those bad habits with good ones. Maybe even not even good ones. Maybe you just start replacing the bad ones with slightly better ones. And then they get slightly better. Then you get to good ones. Then you get to even better ones. Then you get to the perfect ones. And inside of that, you're going to have to pound down that self-doubt. And you're going to have to smooth it over, sand it down with self-confidence. Stop blaming others and start taking responsibility. Stop multitasking. Start focusing on a single task at a time. Stop asking for permission. Ask for feedback. And then stop being the lone wolf. Make those mutually beneficial relationships out there so you all can reach your dreams and successes together. Whew. All right, my Dark Horse friends and family. On Friday's episode, our next episode, we're going to be talking about how to turn the negativity into creativity. Yeah, that negativity, it happens, right? That low voice in your head. How can we flip the script on that bad boy? Okay, now, hey, by the way, if you're looking for help with your podcast, whether it means you're thinking about launching one or you already have one and you need some help with the editing and the production of it, or you're looking to monetize it, how do I make money out of this? Then please reach out to me at Tracy at darkhorseschooling.com, or you can go to darkhorseschooling.com/coaching, fill out the form there. Let's chat. Let's get you together let's get you and me together on a power huddle session, about 30-minute power huddle session, free, right? I'm not charging you for this. And I will make sure you come away with a success plan. And if I can help you along the way, even better. Again, that's darkhorseschooling.com/coaching. Let's see how I can be of service to you in helping you start, restart, or kickstart your business or your podcast. All right, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results. Come on over, let me hear about them. Until next time, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.